Alright YouTube, this is going to be a quick review video of the Ruger gun sight rifle 308. This one is left-handed with an 18-inch barrel, stainless steel. This is November 2017. I just got this rifle a couple days ago. I have it all sighted in. I've already used it once hunting. I just want to do a quick review on the rifle and on this Vortex Crossfire II Scout scope. I couldn't find too much information on this particular model scope, so I'm going to give you the information that I have on it and on the rifle itself, which most of the other videos I have seen on this rifle do not show what comes in the box nowadays, which, like I said, this is November 2017. First off, the gun did not come with a 10-round metal magazine. That came with two plastic 10-round magazines right here. I would prefer these over metal anyways because, number one, they're lighter. Number two, they come with this nice dust cap, so if you have one in a cargo pocket or something, you're not going to get any pocket lint in there. And number three, I just would prefer a plastic magazine go into the mag well because that's plastic too. I don't know, maybe somebody else that has a metal ones can chime in, but I would think over time the metal might scuff up that plastic mag well a little bit. So that comes in the box, which the older ones didn't. I'm not sure if the older ones came with it either. This did come with a flash suppressor, but it also came with the thread protector, which I have on mine right now because I don't really care for the extra 2 inches that the flash suppressor will put on it. And I'm not going to be shooting this at night, so I could really care less about what comes out the end of the barrel other than a bullet. The scope. Scope is pretty nice for its price range. It certainly isn't a Leopold, but for what you get with this scope versus $300 for a fixed zoom Leopold, I'm going to say it's pretty good. It's a 2-7 and it is 32 millimeter. Most of the Scout scopes I have seen are only 28 millimeters, so you should have a bigger field of view on this one. There are a couple little nitpicks I have with it, but they weren't deal breakers. Currently, I have it mounted in Leopold QDR scope rings. These are the high scope rings. I ordered mediums, but apparently it takes more than 5 business days for Midway USA to ship scope rings and scope caps to me in New York. So I bought these high ones locally because that's all I could find. They hold zero absolutely perfect. I've taken the scope off 3 times at the range, put it back on, never lost zero at 100 yards. So there's that, if you had a question on how well do they actually hold zero. The other thing that's nice with these ones is you can actually set where you want the thumb stud. So right now it's tight, but there's a spring in it and you can pull it and you can put it in whatever position you want. I have mine right there. There's also a Torx head on them, which I like because what I actually did was I have a fat wrench for gunsmithing, for torquing things, and you can torque these to a certain setting. I think I got these ones torqued at like 20 inch-pounds. I can't remember, I'll have to look that up. But that way there, I know that it's the same tightness every time I put it on. I don't plan on taking this on and off the rifle, but it's there if you need it. Because you have iron sights. Which brings me to the next part of this review, is the iron sight. I couldn't find any information, even the owner's manual doesn't really tell you how to remove the iron sight. It comes with Ruger scope rings if you want to put a conventional scope on it, but you have to remove that rear peep. Well, the design on it's kind of cool because you can actually, let me get this out of here, just unscrew it from the top. So there's one screw right there on the front. You unscrew that, it pulls straight off. So you really shouldn't lose zero. Like I said, there's a thread. It's threaded right into the gun right above that middle of the where your scope ring would go on the flat part. So if you torque that to the same setting, theoretically you shouldn't really lose zero. But I'm leaving mine the way it is because I have the Scout scope on it. It has 2 screws on the sides. That's only for windage and elevation. That's all covered in the owner's manual, so I'm not really going to get into that. One thing that also I was looking for in the owner's manual, but I couldn't find this information, was it tells you how to remove the flash suppressor, clean it, whatever, put it back on. It has no information about the thread protector. Now if you look at this, if I get to zoom in, you can see there's a lip. I called Ruger to confirm this, and the lipped part of it right here, that little part, that is supposed to go towards your sight. So towards the barrel. Right here you can see that little lip right there. Okay? You do not need the lock washer with this. So I forgot what size wrench it is, but you basically just put it on, get it pretty tight. I don't know, I've shot this 20-30 times, it hasn't budged, and I can pop it right off with a wrench. So pay attention to that if you get this, because you will notice that it's not the same on both sides of that thread protector. And if you put it on upside down, you'll actually see there's like a gap in between the thread protector and the actual muzzle of the barrel. Alright, so the scope, like I said, it's not perfect. There's 2 little nitpicks I have. One of it being there's like a purplish coating on it, which I'm assuming is an anti-reflective coating. In certain light, actually it was cloudy out today when I was hunting, and even with the clouds, I could see a little bit of purple haze around the outside of it. If I take my hand and go like this, I could not see it at all. So basically, just from the gray sky, you could still see little hints of purple here and there on it. You can still see your crosshairs, no problem. It's just one thing to take note of. I'm hoping when my defender caps come in, that'll put just enough around the outside of this that it'll block the sun from touching the coating. I'll update that if that seems to help it. The other issue I had with a scope is if I put it all the way on lowest setting, which is 2, it seems like I get a fisheye effect in it. Even if I just take it and turn it, you know, even like 2.5, I usually leave it on 3 when I'm walking around. Absolutely perfect sight picture going through it. So I don't know if this is this particular scope. I've tried using the, the focus. I couldn't get it to work properly all the way down. So even like right there is clearer than way down. So I don't know if it's out of whack or just whatever. It's not even worth messing with it because the thing holds 0. So I just leave it at least there. Or, like I said, most of the time, unless I'm in a tree stand, I walk around with 3. It does have resettable turrets on it, so I have this zeroed at 100 yards, and you can see your mark right there. That's all covered in the owner's manual. So that's nice. If I try using different bullets or something and re-zero it, I can write that down on a sheet of paper, and I'll know how many clicks for, like, say 180 grain bullets or whatever. One good thing about these Vortex scopes, which I've never had an issue with one breaking, but they give you that VIP lifetime warranty. So anything goes wrong with this, you just send it in and they'll probably send you a new one. So that's always good, peace of mind. Accuracy. This, depending on what you read on the internet, some people are saying, it doesn't shoot good for the money, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? I was using the cheapest bullets I could find at Walmart. These are like $18 a box, 150 grain Winchesters for 20. Okay, this was a cold bore shot at 100 yards, right out of this rest. I wish I had some of my other targets. Disregard these black dots. Those were from I had a sight in the iron sight, which I did the day before, and then I just slapped this over the same target. The thing holds. It's definitely within 1 MOA at 100 yards, and that's with those. So, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the accuracy. If I start hand loading too for it, you know, I say the accuracy is certainly there. There's a lot of variables between users, and I don't know, maybe this is because of an 18-inch barrel. Maybe that extra 2 inches helps. It shouldn't, in theory. If anything, that's just velocity you're going to gain, and it's going to be very minimal, about 50 feet per second. I believe it is per inch or something like that with 308. But anyways, this is my setup. I'm very happy with it. The fit and finish on this rifle is beautiful. The other thing you might have to get used to, I wish I had what do they call that, a Tang Safety. This is a little funky. I mean, that's all the way locked. This is so that you can activate the bolt, but it's still safe. And then you have all the way forward as fire. Gets a little getting used to, but not a deal breaker either. Like I said, I wish I had a Tang Safety or something, but I'll take it for what you get. You get a, you know, nice iron sights, get a Scout scope set up on it, and this baby's ready to rock and roll. One last thing. I ordered a 5-round magazine. So here's the difference. There's your 10-round that it comes with. There's your 5-round. When you put the 5-round in, it basically sits flush with the mag release. I prefer that over the 10 rounds sticking down, at least for hunting. That's personal preference, but as I have this set up for my uses, I'm going to stick with the 5-round in it and have that in my backpack or, you know, my pocket. So that's all I got for now. I'll update this maybe if I get those medium scope rings and the defender caps and see if it takes away that purple haze from the coating on it, but I'm pretty happy with it.